Well, here's the oil cooler going again. Unfortunately, I was not able to catch the big gush oil that just came out of it because I broke the vacuum made by the oil filter and the check valve in it. And if I would have been a little more on top of it, I would have showed that, but it was kind of surprising how oil will gush out when you break vacuum. And even the oil pan's dripping more. So it's, if you're trying to get all the oil out, it's pretty important to break the vacuum. And what I am doing, this is not officially my second video I was going to show, but it's turning into it. Oh, you can see more oil there coming out. And here the oil filter is dripping. So we're going to let this go for a while. An oil change process on this car for me, it's pretty time consuming. You know, there's a couple different ways of doing it, or different ways people look about an oil change in terms of an oil change or a service. And if this is a customer's car, not only would I do this procedure, providing they wanted me to, because it does take more time and cost and uses more oil, but it also encompasses looking the vehicle over and doing checks, checking the lights, scanning the computer, resetting the oil life monitor. A lot of times for these cars, based on the condition of the oil, I'll go in and reset the parameters in the computer, which is pretty helpful. So these cars typically default to 10,000 miles, and typically, especially on a tuned car or based on driving conditions, I'm going to change that to 7,000 max. I can change the maximum mileage, the minimum mileage, and the time to service. So typically I do that based on what I feel is going to be best for the engine. So you know, an oil service is also going to kind of factor in other things, vehicle check over, topping off fluids where needed, things like that. And so you know, something that might take a do-it-yourself for you know, at least half a day or better part of a day at home. And unfortunately, time does cost, but these cars are high needs and need a high level of care. And so that is something that's important to do, not only on my own car but customer vehicles. And for what it's worth, people, don't ever take an Audi RS6 to a quick lube. Always take it to a certified shop, a shop that's got master technicians, and then you'll be in much better hands. So this again is not the second video, but we're getting there, so enjoy. Thanks.